Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? It's your boy Gare Bear. Finally got the channel name switched, got my Twitch name switched, got my Twitter name switched. And unfortunately, it's going to be a January transfer window episode. Honestly, it is 2:22 a.m. I don't feel like playing any games. And who doesn't like a good old transfer window episode? So we have some players that we want to sell, and of course, I'm going to show you the sim games, show you the sim results, and of course, the games during January. I'll also show you the results. I'm mainly just not playing any games this episode because the next episode we are basically not playing a single game in February. We'll be playing this game in Chelsea in March, and then the final two episodes will have a lot of games in. Looks like our final episode probably for the season probably is going to be episode 9, 8, maybe. I will be playing against United and Tottenham from what it looks like. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to show you who I'm trying to sell, and of course, the sim games. This is the lineup. We'll be starting against Reading, the Royal Club in London. Let's see if we can catch a win here. And the result is a 3-0 with Sulemana Taram and Steve Lacey scoring. Let's go. All right, so this is the lineup going into the Brentford game. I believe Brentford's another London club. They have Eddie Nketiah, Mbuyo, Aaron Hickey, Crystal Fire, Ben Mee, Rico Henry, Stathgosia, Naudgaard, Jensen, Evander, Tamthgaard. Squad. We got Sulemana starting. Sulemana's been on amazing form as of recent. So let's hope we can win this game at home. Come on. And we do. We get a 3-2 win with Edouard, Sulemana, and Taram scoring. Sulemana's been fucking amazing for us this season. Oh my god. We're going to keep the same lineup. We got Arsenal, which we beat earlier in the season. A pretty strong lineup they're putting up, but that right side of Sherdan, Semi Lakonga holding Tamayasu. Hopefully Sulemana can um, break through that lineup. We gotta put Sulemana on first. Hopefully he can break through that side of the field. And we can hopefully win this game, maybe get a draw. Fortunately, they score at the 84th minute to win the whole game with Decore. I think that's his first goal of the season, maybe second scoring for us. Good job, Decore. Next up, we got a cup game against against Manchester City, and it doesn't matter who I start. I know I'm losing this game. Oh, it's a league game against City, and we put up a good fight against City, but Holland De Bruyne is just a little bit too much for us. As we finally enter the January transfer window, Dortmund won it by Zaha for 41 mil, and honestly, I know we can get more for him. Um, yeah, it sucks to depart with a club legend. I didn't do it. I decided to keep Zaha the whole entire career mode with my last one last year, but you know, I want to run Crystal Palace as I'm rebuilding it, and as I'm restructuring the club. Zaha's on really high wages. He's aging. He still can get a fair bit of money out of him. So I think it's time for us to move on them. And they will take the offer of 48 million. Also, we have some player departures, which I've announced in other episodes. We have Lavia. He's going on a loan to Shield Percent. Uh, sorry, my mic just peaked there. And then we have Ashley Phillips, who's going to Spal in the Italian League. Then we have Killian Phillips, who's gone to Wickham. And the player I was watching a YouTube video about, Mr. Tayo, has decided to go on a 2-year deal to Pias Gelawesh. So hope he enjoys his time there. Next up, we have another cup game against City, and good God, I don't think we're winning it. Um, Sides is starting to become a bit thin since I already went on loan, but hopefully, hey, if we win, we win, but if we don't, it's okay. Fortunately, our EFL Cup run ends there with De Bruyne scoring in the 66th minute. And the club legend has left. Wilfried Zaha has decided to leave to Borussia Dortmund. Hopefully, can find the nice German skies near Schalke to be pretty. And we also got a offer for Mateta, which he wants to go to a club that is located where my actual real life family's from. Well, not really. We're not from Sociedad, but we're from the Basque region. So, see how much we can bring for Mateta. I will say, I think we can get 20 million out of Mateta. If we can get 20 million out of Mateta, we can make some blast signings. Maybe 18 mil? Let's try, no, let's try 19 mil. Alright. What about 18.5? How are we feeling about that? 18.3? That's hard not to accept. We'll take it. 18 for, selling two of our players taking the most wages. That's pretty good business right there. It's a sad day. No one ever thought to see him leave, especially within the first season, where we're sitting closer to the bottom of the table. But to be honest with you, he's not performing. He's not doing the job I wanted, and he's rising up there in age. I know he didn't want to leave. Maybe we'll get him back when he's a lot older. We might buy him back like later on, probably when we're near winning the Champions League or getting near that. But yeah, goodbye Zaha. It's great having you, man. Another Spanish club comes knocking on our doorstep for Mateta. Looks like La Liga really needs Mateta. Let's see if they want to give us more. We want 20 mil for Mateta. They are, hey, Emery, even though you're the new Aston Villa manager, 19 mil, they're willing to take it. So, let's see who wins, 18.3 or 19 mil. We are not selling Elise, and I do not plan on selling Edward. Maybe next season if he's, not doing anything. We play our second game against Brentford this episode. Looks like Elise and Edward are a bit tired, so we'll give Mateta a final game, hopefully, and we'll put Alex Scott in the lineup because he's been quite decent recently. And let's see how the boys perform. Hopefully we can get a win here. We did beat them earlier. And we lose to Lewis Potter and Bert Harris. And Taram scores for us in the 7th minute. With us struggling with the keeper situation, I've decided to see if we can pick up Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea, because we just dangerously need a new keeper. It is so apparent how bad we need a new keeper, especially one that's a little bit higher rated. Trying to snipe him. See if we can get him for like a 9% release cost plus 20 mil. 21 mil maybe? And they'll take 21 mil for Kepa. Even though it's gonna, take a lot of money, but definitely the sale of Mateta's, helping me sign Kepa Arrizabalaga because it's apparent how bad we really need a new goalkeeper. Even though, yeah, he's gonna cost a lot in terms of wages. I think it's really worth the risk, in my opinion. You pick up a better keeper. Let's offer him 80k. Here's my offer. And Kepa Arrizabalaga, welcome to Crystal Palace. Some would say the better side of London. Joking, by the way. I actually don't know what Crystal Palace is like compared to Chelsea, but we'll see. Doing his little medical. Let's see what EA reads our transfer. They rated an A. He's coming to our club 82 rated. Welcome to the club, Kappa. I believe we have a player departure. It's Mateta, I think. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. I don't really care about Mateta that much, but Mateta has decided to join a Real Sociedad or Real Sociedad for 18 mil. They rate the transfer A. Best possible deal was 21, but we'll take that. I have decided to attempt to sign a new, young, talented winger as in Bino Gittins. I'm just gonna call him Jamie. Plays for Dortmund, and looks like I wasted his time offering 3 mil. I think it's only right with Crystal Palace's probably biggest icon legend being Ian Wright. So I want to sign his grandson, the Mauricio Wright Phillips, and it's pretty cheap, pretty okay rated to be on the bench, and hopefully he'll like his time at his grandfather's club. All right, the grandson of Ian Wright has joined us from Stoke City. This is more of like a since I sold Zaha, you might as well pick up somebody who has some connection to the club. Alright, so I decided to get Ola Aina. I think he was a former Chelsea talent. Um, on pre-contract, he'll be a backup left back, pretty much a toolbox player. Uh, preparing for next season, so bought him on a free. So probably one of my favorite strikers in real life. Uh, this guy's probably heavily used in career mode, but I just could not think of anyone else who looks good in a Palace shirt besides Jonathan David, and we're gonna try to get him. So we need a new striker. We need someone, to lead the line. We may not have the money for him, which might be funny, but we might be able to pull something off. Hold up. Not getting rid of Edward. Definitely not losing Smallity or Column. Only if they're Will Hughes. 37 plus Will Hughes. I'll do 34. And they're willing to take it. Alright, so he wants the signing bonus of 470k. That big of a goal bonus. I just don't think he's scoring that much goals to be realistic. I'll give him 50k a week. See what he takes. Still wants a signing bonus. You know what? Don't want to give you that much money, man. So I'll give him 60k. I mean, it's only fair. He's 80 rated. 60k a week for Jonathan David's pretty good. Alright, so now we welcome the big old boy, JD, to the club, and we say goodbye to Mr. William Hughes. Looks like EA rates us an A plus rating on that. Let's go. Alright, so we have our next game against Brentford. We get to debut Mr. Jonathan David. Let's see if he can score on his debut. I think he'll do well. I hope so. Suleiman is probably going to be a permanent fixture within the squad. Same thing with Eze and Olise. Edward's going to be coming off the bench a little bit more. Maybe swapping in and out with Jonathan David. Maybe we might see him together. Jonathan David doesn't score on his debut, but it's a draw with Brentford, with Olise and Nketiah scoring. So we'll take that. We'll take the draw. So looks like our transfer deal for Bino Gittins, the up and coming English talent from Dortmund. We're gonna go ahead and give some rotational, and hopefully we can give him for 5 years. No release clause for him, and he's gonna be cheap on the wages, but probably gonna be our last signing in the window, unless we sell anybody. Which I'm thinking about selling Edward, but I think I'm gonna try to sell other players for him. We'll see. Next, we have a game against Liverpool. Hopefully, Jonathan David, pulls a little surprise one on us. And it's a 2-3 loss to Liverpool, with Thuram and Olise scoring, and Darwin, Virgil van Dijk, and Mo Salah scoring for them. Everybody looks like Olise is a wanted man, but no way. No way. We get to send our boy Isaac Antwi on loan to Sotarol, and Kepa and Whiteworth should be able to, hold his pockets behind him. I love what notifications we got. Got an offer for Yoshim Anderson, which is interesting. This is one of the players I was completely okay with selling. Apparently he's a 79. I think he just went down in rating. I'm not sure, because I believe at the beginning of this episode he was 80 rated for some odd reason. Where is he in the... By the way, I changed all the squad numbers. He hasn't been performing that well, to be honest with you. His performance is bad. His average rating is very criminally low compared to Chalaba and Chris Richards, especially Mark Gahey as well. It might be time to let the Danish man go. I really like him in real life. Really respect him as a player, but we're looking for results here, and I to be honest, according to my transfer list, there's no one I can really replace him with. In terms of starting, there's no way Calvin Bassey or Tyrone Mings would be starting, and so we might have to keep him. Yeah, we're probably gonna keep him. We have our city game, and Jonathan David has still yet to score for us. Um, we're gonna bring on Chalaba. Chalaba's complaining he's not in the lineup. Bring on Jonathan David. Not we'll bring off Jonathan David for our boy Edward. Hopefully we can get back into form. Maybe a draw against City would be nice, and Edward scores, and we lose 4-2 to pretty much De Bruyne FC. De Bruyne dropping a hat trick on us. Next, we have a game against our rivals. We beat him earlier in the season. I think we can. I think we can beat him. Just please, Jonathan David. Let's see a goal. I didn't buy you for no reason. Still, he has no goals on the goal sheet, but Sulemana gets us a win against Palace. Well, not against Palace, against Brighton in the 60th minute. After a substitution, Alex Scott maybe assisted that. We'll see. We have a player departure, and Jack Budlin will be joining Fulham for 2.4 mil. I believe we just had too many keepers at the club at once. I don't care how bad of a transfer it was, just needed him gone. Now we're in deadline day. I don't really think we're gonna get any offers worth looking at besides for players I don't care about. I'm definitely not selling Olise. Olise staying at the club unless I get like an outrageous offer that's like 80, 90 mil where I could generally upgrade the whole entire team off one player sale. Now, I don't know if Zaha and um I gotta accept that. I don't know if the Zaha sale was really worth getting Jonathan David and Kepa. Well, him and Mateta getting Jonathan David and Kepa and signing other two younger talents. I don't know if it was really worth it, but in my eyes, for the future of the club, I think it was worth it. We definitely needed a better keeper because it really showed that we were struggling due to our defense being so weak. Our center backs were amazing. Steve Lacey always puts up a 10 out of 10 performance. Tariq Mitchell's solid at times. Our midfield, Decore and Taram are beasts together. It's just Gaeta was getting a little bit too old, so I don't know if he still had it in him. I don't know if he still had that dog in him, but he's our backup keeper now, so we'll be playing with him in cup games, so don't worry. Gaeta isn't fully out of squad. He's probably going to be our backup goalkeeper till the end. Also, I think I'm gonna sim the rest of these games for February as well because honestly, I like my episodes being about 20 minutes. So yeah, we'll probably sim up to Aston Villa. For this game against Leeds, it's gonna be the normal lineup, but instead of Gahey and Yoshim Anderson, I wanted to try out Richards and Chalaba. It's a game against Leeds. I think we can win this. Hopefully we do. And we do. Elise, Tarem, and Sulemana scores, and still Jonathan David is still missing. Alright, so we got a real big confidence booster game right here. I'm going to start the normal lineup against Bournemouth because I really think we can utterly shit on them. I I hope so that we can, and we do. Jonathan David misses a penalty, but he scores a brace. Looks like Jonathan David is here to score. Let's go. Just realized if he didn't miss that penalty, he would have had a hat trick, but whatever. Go, Jonathan David. You go. I believe that Alex Scott deserved an upgrade in his contract for honestly being a really good bench rotation player, so I decided to upgrade him from 8K to 20K. I believe Sulemana's having the absolute season of his life. So I'm moving him up for 40 from 30K to 45K. And we have our final game of the episode. We have a game against Aston Villa. Um, I think we can win. Their squad looks quite, not really thin. It just doesn't look like it's that quality, but the defense is pretty good except for the wingbacks. The midfield's quite solid. The strike force is pretty cool. Hopefully we can win this game. It's going to be a draw with Tyron Mings probably scoring a header in the 81st minute. Like me, I like to, at the end of each episode, I like to look at the stats of all the players, and Sulemana, you know, that is crazy. 19 games in the Prem in his debut season, already 8 goals and an assist in the Prem alone, but then also 3 goals in the Carabao Cup. Thuram's been fucking phenomenal for us as well. 7 goals and uh, 5 assists in the Prem. That's so good. Edward is honestly he's fighting. I bought Jonathan David, and look, he's fighting. He's fighting to keep himself in the squad. Elise is having a good season. Um, I really think that these players right here have been absolutely amazing. I think Eze is probably the next player to be walking out of the club. I'm not gonna lie. He's just he's all right. He's all right, but as the stats show, he's nowhere near competing. Even Jonathan David just joined the club, and he already has as a more one more goal than him, one and 3 less assists, but way less appearances. He almost has half the goal contributions. Shit, even Chalaba almost has the same amount. Alex Scott is literally 1 assist off for matching his record in the Premier League. So Eze might be the next player out of the club, probably starting next season. It's very harsh, but business is business. So I thank everybody for watching. Everybody follow my new Twitter, my new Twitch. It's not really new. I just changed the name. Hopefully I remember to actually change the links in the description. Anyways, drop those a follow. Thank you guys for watching. It's been amazing. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the season of Crystal Palace current mode. Hopefully we can finish top 6. I mean we are 13th, and we're currently sitting on 32 points, and top 8 is only 9 points away. So if we really have like a good, run of form, maybe we can make it. Manchester United sitting on top. I've been seeing him at this career mode. Ronaldo's just been amazing so far. Where are we at in terms of the? Because there's other standings as well. Hold up. Holy fuck! Pedro Neto is having an absolute masterclass of a season with 20 goals. He might join. He might join the transfer list. None of our players sitting up there. Solanke with 15 goals. Looks like Bournemouth is relying on him a lot, but Bournemouth sucks. We don't have a single. Well, we have Sulemana with 8 goals sitting up there. In terms of assists, I would expect Elise and Thuram to be there. Elise is there with 7 assists. Cristiano Ronaldo's been 16 goals and 12 assists for the man. Holy. I'm guessing there's Thuram. Clean sheets. I don't expect to see Gaeta there at all, but Kepa doubling the amount of clean sheets Gaeta had in way fewer games. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to comment any transfers you guys recommend, and hopefully we make it out of the hole. See you guys.